This ruling comes a week after President Donald Trump first authorized the deployment of troops, calling Portland war-ravaged. But a few hours after the ruling, the Trump administration has filed plans to appeal. Celine Stevens is live at the ICE facility now with more about what that decision entails. Celine?
John, so that decision came down late this afternoon, and that temporary restraining order is supposed to last for 14 days, so until October 18th. Now, after that ruling came down, a White House spokesperson did say that they expect to be vindicated in a higher court, and as you said, an appeal has been filed to the Ninth Circuit. Now, still, Attorney General Dan Rayfield says they're prepared for the next steps.
No president is allowed to make up facts or rely on social media trolling or posts when deploying the United States military in our cities.
Saturday afternoon, Judge Karin Immergut, a Trump appointee, granted the motion for a temporary restraining order blocking the National Guard's deployment to Portland.
I believe the truth has prevailed. While this ruling is only the first step, it's a step in the right direction.
The court documents stating the court finds that the plaintiffs are likely to succeed on their claim that the president exceeded his constitutional authority and violated the 10th Amendment, as well as the state's claim that the president's federalization of the National Guard exceeded his statutory authority.
As the judge noted in her decision, we provided substantial evidence that the protests at the Portland ICE facility were not significantly violent or disruptive in the days or even the weeks leading up to the president's directive on September 27th.
Attorney General Dan Rayfield and Portland Mayor Keith Wilson speaking on the ruling Saturday evening.
We will see whether the federal government wants to appeal this ruling up, and depending on how some of these things go, you might get an administrative stay of the ruling. This ruling was very clear and definitive, and I would expect the Trump administration to follow the order coming from the bench.
A White House spokesperson stated after the ruling that the president, quote, exercised his lawful authority to protect federal assets and personnel in Portland following violent riots and attacks on law enforcement. We expect to be vindicated by a higher court. The order lasting 14 days until October 18th.
I'm feeling very happy about that. I think the judicial system is still working. I hope that Trump will, take that under account and listen to it.
Whether that order should be extended will be discussed on the 17th. A combined hearing on the preliminary injunction motion will take place on October 29th.
The most compelling facts that the Trump administration had was back in June. And you don't get to look back several months and then all of a sudden start to deploy your troops, multiple months later, saying that that justified the existence.
The ruling not changing much at the ICE facility, with crowds still gathering in protest and federal agents pushing back, deploying pepper balls and tear gas through the day and into the night.
We're asking everyone to respect the ruling, protest peacefully, and be respectful to all of the dedicated law enforcement and National Guards members that serve our great state.
All right, so as you can see right now, there's a little bit of a clash right now between both sides of this, people chanting USA and then people expressing their opposing opinions right now. So that's what's been going on. This just started, this chant, while our story was playing. Cars are trying to make their way through as people are getting into the streets. We're taking a moment to hear what is being said. So troops, you can see some federal agents behind the white gate at the moment. And so again, people are in the street. Sorry, we're just trying to hear what's going on right now. It looks like it does appear to have any agents coming out at the moment. But again, this just started happening. When we came on the scene, we weren't seeing any of this kind of activity. Somebody just started chanting USA, and then now we're seeing what we're seeing in front of us as cars are trying to make their way through. Again, federal agents are not coming out of the gate. You can see the gate right now. It's mainly just people in the street, and it's mainly the same amount of people that we saw around 8 o'clock earlier today. After we did that hit earlier, we saw agents. They did come out as cars were coming in and out of the ICE facility. They pushed us back far from across the street all the way to where the apartments are nearby, and clearly right now things are starting to calm down just a bit, it appears, as people are starting to push up this way. So clearly a heated situation at the moment that's going on right now. I do want to mention that Portland police has told us that there have been no arrests. We're unsure about what federal agents have taken at the moment, but right now this is the current scene that we're looking at. So John, I think I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to you.
All right, Celine Stevens live tonight. Celine, please stay safe out there. Thank you for your reporting. And as you can see, still a very active scene at just after 11 o'clock tonight. Celine, thank you.